Hey Pisces, welcome to the channel today. It's July 24th. I'm going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot deck today. Here we go. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a note with some dates and times at work and we'll get you set up for a reading. And I'm so grateful for anyone who subscribed, commented. Cannot thank you enough, even though it's not a ton of people, very little amount comparative to how many people are on YouTube watching videos, but I'm so incredibly grateful. Thank you for your beautiful comments. And if you can, like, share, subscribe, and just kind of help me get this channel going. But ultimately, let's just jump right into your deck and see what the messages are this week from the tarot. First thing that popped out was nothingness or nothingness. I'm using a new camera today, so bear with me. Might be a little bit different than my other videos, still acclimating. Got isolation. A few cards just popped out. We've got the postponement. We have the participation card, followed by transformation and existence. Interesting, Pisces. Let me just take a minute to tune in. On the bottom of the deck, we have guilt. So, Pisces, you're feeling very empty. You're feeling void. There was definitely a delay of some sort due to a lack of participation on your end. And in maybe moving away from something that you had a desire to get involved with, you had a desire to participate in, there's something in you that pulled you back. Could be fears, insecurities, past hurts. Could also just be not wanting to be seen and having guilt tied to that a little bit. Maybe the voices in your head that you're hearing are causing detriment to this connection, and you don't really know how to turn it off. It's making you feel like this. It's isolating you. It's making you feel void, empty, because you definitely want it. But you're just not willing to participate. Spirit is trying to guide you towards a personal transformation, Pisces. Sometimes the hardest things in life are the ones that force us to go outside the grain, go outside of our mold, our little box, and we have to essentially transform into a higher being. You know better than anyone birth, death, and transformation, but the interesting part is while your world typically changes, a lot of who you are stays the same, and you do not transform, even though you maybe desperately want to. It's coming to a place where you're going to need to accept your own existence as a means to this situation. What am I trying to get at, I guess? If you can evolve and grow and change who you are, it will bring you back to this situation, but it's not going to happen unless you accept who you are, Pisces. That's kind of the caveat with this. I don't think you're okay with who you are and where you're at in life. It's causing you extreme mental anguish. It's causing you delays. It's causing you to miss out on things because you feel so dark inside. It's causing you to be isolated and unhappy. And you desperately want to participate in whatever this is. But I think you know that the amount of work that you'd have to put in to change and evolve, it's just like almost too much to bear right now. Because I think you're at a place where you truly just don't know how to change. And that's where you're caught up right now. Trying to understand, how do I accept myself for who I am? Are other people going to accept me for who I am? And if that's the case, am I okay with just where I'm at right now? Maybe you're not totally successful. Maybe you're not at the peak of your career, right? But your existence matters still, Pisces. And you don't have to feel so guilty about it. I'm going to pick a few more cards here. It's quite possible that whoever this situation is also including besides you, it's quite possible just their existence is causing you to feel this way, and you don't know why. Maybe you feel you don't measure up. Maybe you feel that it's better just to isolate yourself, detach from the situation, knowing that it's not going to make you feel like this, and for some reason this person integrated in your life, or it could be you, but I feel as if like you'd rather walk away from this and not participate because you think it's going to like turn off the mind and not make you feel this way. But regardless, you walking away makes you feel equally as shitty or void, empty, because it's not what you want to do, but it's maybe what you're so accustomed to doing that, and you don't know how to fully accept who you are, even if maybe the other person doesn't have an issue with it. But it's such a big transformation. It's such an adjustment for you that it's almost like you just don't know how to do it. You don't even know where to start. You don't even want to think about it because you have maybe other life issues going on that truly are just leaving you conflicted, like in so many ways, as to how to proceed. Almost like you had to do what you had to do to push somebody away because it was causing you mental anguish, not maybe intentionally, they weren't, but like it was causing you to go deeper in your own head, and you didn't like that feeling, and then it's forcing you to go beyond your fantasy realm, which can be tough sometimes. And I think that you don't want to look at the facts because it doesn't make you feel good either. Interesting. A couple more for Pisces. Trying to come out. Stress. The rebel. Yeah, it's almost like you haven't had to answer to anyone, Pisces. Like, you've kind of run your own life in the way that you want to do it. And despite it causing you major problems or delays or hurt, pain, isolation, and even stress, you just don't want to go beyond the veil. Like, you don't want to go beyond your own box to do something different because it requires a lot of work and effort. And beyond that, again, I don't think you know how. Like, you don't know how to find the balance between doing what you want to do and living on your own terms and having to like participate in the context of another being. Could be work, could be, I feel like it's more of a relationship, a love relationship. But I feel like you think that if you give in and transform who you are, that you're not then being authentic to who you are in your eyes, which is an illusion. And the stress of not knowing what is correct is probably driving you absolutely insane right now. But you feel like you don't want to give up your independence. You don't want to give up your sense of freedom, even though maybe this is not requesting that you do that. Maybe you feel as if you give any more to it, it would at some point, despite it making you feel very isolated and empty without it. It's kind of like a weird dichotomy right now, Pisces. Interesting. Let's get a couple more cards here. Fighting, yeah. So this is causing stress and drama in your life, or even an internal battle within yourself. I'm not going to take all these, Pisces. Maybe these are all the messages for you today, but not today. Another time. A lot of guidance from Spirit wants to come out for you right now. So I guess what can we do to help Pisces? Can you give me some clarity on how can we help Pisces? Give us a message to help guide Pisces. Consciousness. Clinging to the past. So yeah, just very much validates this reading on so many levels. Moment to moment, yeah. So Pisces, you're definitely not, what I'm getting from Spirit is quite different than, it's like aligning with the reading, but again, I'm not you, so this is me just downloading the information, trying to interpret it for you, to bring you some peace of mind, at least with your situation. This was on the bottom of the deck, the burden. Not sure if you can see that too. I have a feeling that when you engage with other people, Pisces, there's something about this isolation space that you're very comfortable with. Despite you having a lot of connections and engaging with a lot of people. At the same time, when you do engage with people, it causes major stress because you're constantly thinking about who you are, who they think you are, who you're portraying yourself to be, hoping that they're not going to see an illusion, or the illusion that you're portraying to them if you're not being authentic. And you don't want them to see this aspect to who you are, which is a very free-spirited, no holds barred, like, I don't have time for anyone type of thing. I do what I want. And instead of understanding that it's quite possible that people you're interacting with can actually already see behind the illusion, maybe they see the truth for what it is, and they know that you're like this, and you're pretending to not be, that stress on your mind, just thinking about what they're thinking, is causing major fighting in your life, or stress in your life, or drama, something to that capacity, or it's causing you to be unsettled. And it's affecting your consciousness. So that's why, too, I feel like maybe you pulled away from a situation because you are unable to move beyond the illusion that potentially this situation is not what's actually making you kind of, my mind's all over the place. It's your consciousness is evolving. And now you're able to see what other people can see. And it's trying to force you to move away from the past because you just don't want to leave the mindset that you have about connections or people or how they view you or your own existence and where you're expecting yourself to be at this point in time. Instead of just accepting who you are in the moment and living it like that, no burdens. There's no burden in this situation. It's just you're making it out to be. So if you can, Pisces, I would definitely say you need to live in the moment right now. Stop clinging to the past. Get out of your head. Accept who you are. Learn to evolve. And don't give up on participating, because either way, you're still feeling like this, whether you're in it or not. And so you might as well move beyond the illusion, because it's going to continue to cause you stress and fighting. You're not going to lose your independence. You're not going to lose your freedom, but your consciousness is trying to evolve. And that's where, too, if you can just embrace what is happening and who you are and keep giving. If you need a time out from this, take your time out. But ultimately, it's like one way or the other, it's going to cause you some type of stress or mental anguish until you accept yourself for who you are and just be complacent with that. Really intense reading today, Pisces. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and week, this upcoming week. If you'd like a personal, check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a note. And as always, like, share, subscribe, put a comment in. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay? Thanks, Pisces. Bye.